Hello guys, in this video we are going to be troubleshooting OSPF. Yes, troubleshooting OSPF. So OSPF, if you know how to troubleshoot OSPF, you know the rules of OSPF. If you're good at troubleshooting something, any dynamic routing protocol, you know the rules because in order to get a dynamic routing protocol to work, if it's not working correctly, you need to know the rules and you need to know how it actually works, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at first R2 and let's see what's going on with R2. The first thing that I like to do is I would like to ping 20.1.1.1, which is this router right now, to see if we have a connectivity issues. We do not have a connectivity issues, so the interfaces are on the same network and subnet and all of that, so they're able to reach each other. So that is really good. Another thing that I could do is I can do a show Ip Ospf and take a look at the OSPF from this side. You can see the area 1. So it looks like we have 2 areas right now, and I know as a fact, and also this ID right here, this network ID or this router ID for OSPF shouldn't be there because I don't have any of those interfaces with this IP address, so I need to remove that. And it also looks like I have 2 areas and I'm only using 1 area. I know that for sure. So let's go ahead and take a look at show run. Okay, let's take a look. Yeah, we don't have any of those IP addresses, 9.9.9.9, so I need to remove that. Also, I see this right here, Ip Ospf hello interval is 60 and that interval is 60. This should not be in there either. Another thing, yeah, I need to remove this router ID. This passive interface needs to be out of here, and this network right here should be in area 0. I know that has a fact. Let's see. Yeah, so that's why it has 2 areas, and I knew that when I saw that from the show Ip Ospf, that we should only have 1 area, which is area 0, the backbone area, and this passive interface needs to be gone. So let's go ahead and start by fixing those. The first one that I want to fix is I believe is, let me see, this interface right here. If I just copy it, I want to remove this Ip Ospf hello interval 60. Actually, just do a paste. Let's do no Ip Ospf hello intervals 60 and no dead intervals. I believe it was also 60. Yep, because the hello intervals needs to match. And I want to use a default. So if this one has 62, I'm going to remove it because I want to do the I want to use the default for OSPF. The default hello interval is 10 and the default dead interval is 40. So let's go ahead and say no for this one. Good. Now I want to go to router OSPF press ID of 2, and I need to remove this one first. So copy it over here. Say no. So I can remove that. The other one is this one. Needs to be in area. Oops, space. Needs to be in area 0. There we go. Let's see if we find anything else. We remove that. This one is in area 0, so that, all that is good. We need to remove this passive interface, because passive interface, what it says is that it is not going to advertise that interface, and I do want to advertise this network over here. Okay, so that is done. Let's see what else we can find, and it looks like it's good. So let's go ahead and end it. So now, what we can do, another thing that we could do is that let's go ahead and go into router 1 and see if we can get OSPF working. Or actually, since I do a no login console, I don't get whenever a Ospf neighbor adjacency shows up. So let's go ahead and do a show Ip Ospf neighbor, see if we have a neighbor. Oh, we do have a neighbor with router ID 9.9.9.9. 20.1.1.2. So we do have that neighbor in there. Let's go ahead and go back over here, do a show Ip Ospf. I forgot to do the no ID, or actually let's just keep it, let's keep that for now. That's fine. We can also do it manually, but let's just keep that for now. But if anybody else has that same router ID, we won't be able to form a neighbor adjacency. So show Ip Ospf. Let's see what's the adjacency for this one is also 9.9.9.9. So what I want to do right now is we want to go into config T. We want to do a router Ospf press ID of 1 for this one. No router ID. It is probably going to give me an error. Oh, it is not. It did not give me an error. So that's good for this one. But let me see. Oh, this one says Ospf press ID of 2. Actually, oh, I was looking at the wrong one. This is the only one that has 9, so that's fine. That's why I was able to form a neighbor relationship, because this one router ID is 1.1.1.1, and this one over here is 9.9.9.9. If they both add the same one, of course they wouldn't be able to form the Ospf neighbor relationship. So show Ip Ospf neighbor. You can see the neighbor 1.1.1.1. So that is good. Now over here, since we have a neighbor relationship with this router, I should be able, let's go in, show Ip route. Okay, so I see all my routes, and I see also the 2 network, so that's good. Now let's go ahead and do a show run over here and see what we can find. We have good. Okay. I see that we have 2 press IDs over here. I only want to use one, which is router 1, so I want to remove this one, and I want to add this network over here, and I want to remove the passive interface. So that is one of the things that I want to do. Let's go ahead and also take a look at router 3. Oh, actually, let's go ahead and fix router 1 first, and then we can go to router 3. So let's go ahead to config G, and let's do a no router OSPF2, so we can remove this one, and then we're going to go to router OSPF press ID of 1, and I want to add this network that we just removed from OSPF press ID of 2 in here. So now if we do show Ip Ospf neighbor, it is trying to form a neighbor relationship again, because I removed the process ID, which is the one that where they did the adjacency with, and it is trying to do that. So let's go ahead and leave it in there. Let's see what else we need to remove. So we remove this one. Let's go ahead and remove this passive interface, because we do want to advertise from gigabit 0/0/1, which is going to router 3. So let's say no. There we go. Let's see if show OSPF still trying to start. So let's go ahead and, what I could do from here, let's go ahead and save my configuration and reload this router. Let's see what else we need to do. We remove that. Let's go ahead and do now a do show run and see how my configuration looks. Looking good. Looking good. So this should be good. Let's go ahead and go to this router 3. Oops. Router 3. Enable show run. We need to remove this hello interval because we're using the default. Let's see what else we need to do. We need to remove this OSPF adjacency, and we need to remove this passive interface. And also this router ID needs to be gone. because router 2 is using that router ID, and therefore they won't be able to form a neighbor relationship if they have the same router ID. So config T. First step is to go to gigabits and do no Ip Ospf hello interval. What is the hello interval 60? We remove that. Then the next step is to go into router OSPF 9, or just remove that one over here. And we need to add now this one to router to OSPF press ID of 3. We need to add over here. Let's say also no router ID 9.9.9.9. Great. Let's see what else we need to do. So this is gone, and it was put in here. Let's go ahead and remove this passive interface. No passive interface. Now let's go ahead and end it. Show Ip Ospf Neighbor. We still haven't formed an error relationship. Let's go ahead and show run. See what else we can find. So router OSPF3, area 0, area 0, area 0. Show Ip Ospf. Still says router ID 9.9.9.9. Let's go ahead and actually save it and reload it. Let's go ahead and go to router 2 and see what we have now. Show Ip Ospf Neighbor. We do have a neighbor relationship, and it's coming from neighbor ID. Let's go ahead and go over here and let's show Ip Ospf or Ospf Neighbor. So router 1, you can see, okay, so now the neighbor ID 3.3.2.2.2, 3.3.3.3. So we are forming a neighbor relationship with both of them. So it looks like it is working. Two-way the other. So now if we go and do a show IP or show IP router, show IP route, just OSPF, see what we can find. We have the 2 network and we have the 192.168.2.0. So that is good. Show IP OSPF. The router ID for this one is 9.9.9.9. Let's go ahead and see if this one is the same one. Show IP OSPF 3.3.3.3. So that is good. Show run. This is the IP for that network, and this is the other one for the other network. Duplex speed is up and running. Show IP Ospf neighbor. We only have one neighbor relationship right now, which is 9.9.9.9, which is router 1, this router right here. So we haven't formed a neighbor relationship with R2 yet. So let's see, let's go ahead and go to R2. Show IP Ospf neighbor. Okay. Show IP Ospf again. This one is 2.2.2.2. So that is good. Let's take a look at this one. Show IP Ospf. This one is 9.9.9.9, so that's good. They're not matching. Show IP Ospf 3.3.3.3. So that is not that is good. They are not matching. Show IP route. And there we go. You can see that we have now learned the one from this side. So now we should have 2 neighbor relationships. Show IP Ospf neighbor. We only see one right now. What if are we able to ping? Let's see if we're able to ping 192.168.2.2 So we are able to ping from router 3. I'm able to ping this network right here. Let's see from this router, I'm able to ping this one over here. Ping 192.168.3.2. I'm able to do that. Great. Let's go ahead and save it. And I just want to go ahead and reload everything so we can start fresh. And let's go ahead and also go to this one, save it, and reload. Let's go to advanced so it doesn't take all the time. Let's go ahead and go over here. Enable show Ip Ospf Neighbor. We have one neighbor, which is now 1.1.1.1 since we reloaded it. Enable show Ip Ospf Neighbor. We have two neighbors. That is good. This one, we should only have one neighbor too. Show Ip Ospf Neighbor. And there you go. So that's how you are able to, and the reason why now it is 1.1.1.1 in router 1, because Ospf when you reload your router, and if you enter the Ospf router ID 9.9.9.9 manually, and if you reload, it is not going to stick to that, right? If you reload it, it is going to get another one, which is the loopback address. That's the one that I got. So every single one of them have their own loopback address. So if you go show Ip Ospf, you can see that this one is router ID 2.2.2.2 because it took the show Ip interface or show interface loopback. I believe it's loopback 0. No, show Ip interface brief. So you can see loopback 2.2.2. So that is the router ID that it took. And for this one, it took the show Ip interface brief. It took the loopback also. And then for this one, it took 3.3.3.3 as its router ID. And it also took the, let's do a show Ip interface brief. And it also took the loopback address. So that's how you're able to troubleshoot Ospf. In order for you to troubleshoot, you need to know the rules of this dynamic routing protocol. And one of them is that the interfaces should be in the same network, in the same subnet, and the hello and dead intervals needs to match. And also the router ID cannot be the same in any of the routers that are trying to form a neighbor relationship, because otherwise they won't be able to form a neighbor relationship. They cannot have the same router ID. So you need to remember that. And if you remember that all those rules, you should be able to troubleshoot Ospf, just like we did in this video. And this is for the new CCNA 200-301. So if you guys have a Twitter account, and if you guys want to go ahead and follow me, you can go ahead and follow me at CCNA Daily Tips if you have a Twitter account. If you don't have a Twitter account, go ahead and create a Twitter account and then follow me on Twitter. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you on the next one, guys. Bye bye.